Welcome to my channel. I'm Maniac, and we're about to dive into a recap of today's entire live stream, the trades we took, the mistakes I made, and what I'm starting to see that I keep making a mistake on that I should have never made a mistake, and how I'm planning on implementing this and doing this better for tomorrow's trading. But I was really bummed this morning on the way that today ended in regards to our trading. I was really bummed. But now after everything's kind of played out, I've been reviewing my trading over and over and over again. I was like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I think there's one thing I did wrong, and I'm going to share it with you today in the live stream and hopefully, or in this recap, and hopefully this will help you be a better trader, and hopefully you don't miss these kinds of things like I'm missing in my trading. I'm hoping that tomorrow when we trade, I'm able to spot this, see it, not make the mistakes I did today, and execute properly and have more green days and get us out of this hole that we're in currently. Today was, it was a red day. I'll share the P&L later in this video, but go ahead. Let's dive into the recap and let's get into this. All right, here is today's chart. Okay, we stopped trading at this point here. We missed kind of all this down here. And we're done. We're not even looking at and paying attention to the price action that's currently going down today. So there was a first trade today. I'm just going to ignore all this here for now. This was at market open. Okay, market open, there was a unicorn that formed. This was not my mistake for today. I think I made the right decision to skip this unicorn, to ignore it. Why? First, it was market open. There's a pretty big push off there. There wasn't a liquidity sweep on the one that I really like to see, which I'll show you an example of that in a little bit of what I mean by the liquidity sweep I like to see on the 1 minute to take a trade. Two, red folder news didn't come out until 7 a.m. So this is pre-red folder news that was going to get announced. And I just wasn't feeling comfortable taking it because red folder news could cause a crazy volatile swing, could do a lot of different things. And I wanted to be more patient today than rush things. I wanted to really let things play out. I wanted to wait for my confluences. And even though I did that, I still messed up. But I see where I went wrong today. And that's why it's so important to journal. Okay, use the link down below or in my bio. I have a TradeZella link. Go sign up. You should be trade journaling. If you don't want to use a SaaS software, like a software version, do it on go buy a composition notebook for like $1 at the store and write in it and journal. You should be journaling. It really, really helps me spot where I'm going wrong and what I can do better. So I in this beginning trade that happened here, I don't think I made a mistake by not taking it. Okay, did it work? Yes, it did play out. Was I going to be risking a crap ton of money if I did take it? Yes, and that's one reason I didn't like to take it, because I was risking over $700 if I took this trade. It played out, which is great, but I just wasn't, the risk to reward to me was not there, and I would rather be more patient. Okay, so I skipped this trade that happened. Red folder news comes out at this candle right here. This candle right here, red folder news is finally out. Now I'm ready to trade. Okay, red folder news is out of the way. We hit our higher time frame point of interest, the weekly low, and now I'm ready to spot for my trading. And here's where I started making mistakes. Okay, here is our first unicorn that presented itself right here. Okay, we had a order block here that was formed. Price pushes up, creates a fair value up here, and then creates on this candle here, the 10:21 a.m. candle, creates this breaker block with a fair value up inside of it. That's a unicorn. Okay, so we have a confirmation of a unicorn. I take this trade. Okay, I took it. Well, that's a big unicorn. I took that trade. Okay, I took it because I was like, okay, it was hitting a 5-minute fair value gap. It had the order block that I could then create a breaker block with the fair value gap inside of it. We're going with the higher time frame order flow on the 5, but I was missing one key thing that I'll show you guys in a little bit. But this played out, or this, we took the trade, it didn't play out, okay? Immediately, right after that, we're gonna ignore this unicorn now. Immediately right after that, we have this bearish unicorn that pops up for us, okay? Bearish unicorn with not one, but 2 fair value gaps inside of this bearish unicorn, okay? Let me draw it out. 2 fair value gaps inside this bearish unicorn. Okay, on this unicorn, we have the order block. We have displacement to the downside with not one, but 2 fair value gaps inside this unicorn. We have a liquidity sweep here on the high, right? This high pushed down, price pushed back up, failed to displace this high, leaving a big wick and then pushing off of it, right? One, a liquidity sweep, order block, displacement, breaker block, then we get to enter in on this trade, okay? This is how this trade would have looked. Oh, actually right there. Stop loss up here. And then we target 2R, which would be right here, 2R. Okay, that's how that trade would have looked. You would have gotten tapped in on that candle right there. Okay, boom. Okay, we did take this trade. Immediately displaces to the upside, and it creates another bullish unicorn. Okay, creates another bullish unicorn here. Let me change the color. And you get another bullish unicorn here. I close my short and I then immediately go long. And then as soon as I go long, it immediately just goes straight to my stop loss. Okay. So why did this unicorn not work? This unicorn not work, and this unicorn not work for myself? And here's what I learned. In this bullish unicorn, we have the order block and the breaker block, right? We have the fair value gap here that shows displacement. But what is it missing? Liquidity sweep. There was no liquidity sweep. We have a H1 fair value gap up here, right? It didn't sweep these lows, right? This low here, when we took this bullish unicorn, it didn't sweep these lows. If anything, it had a market structure shift right here. It closed below the lows, right? Closed below those lows. Pushed up. Then we got displacement to the downside, giving us a bearish unicorn. We should have stuck. We should have never taken this bullish unicorn. We should have waited for this bearish unicorn, and then we should have never closed it. Why? Because this unicorn that pushed up never swept liquidity. It didn't sweep liquidity here. What did the 1 minute do? It inverted fair value gaps, though. This would have been scary, right? This would have definitely been scary. You would have gone in some serious drawdown, right? You would have gone in some serious drawdown. But in hindsight, what I'm seeing I'm missing is this. I'm missing the liquidity sweeps, right? I'm missing that the short opportunity gave me this liquidity sweep right up here. That liquidity sweep. And that's what I should have been focusing in on the whole time. Price swept liquidity. And even in the live stream, I even talk about on the 5 minute. Let me get us into here. On the 5 minute, we hit into a premium to then go short. I was ready for price to get into this premium and then go short. I was ready for it. I was like, I think we're going to go back down. I don't think we're going to attack London high. We're in the premium, right? If you go to the 1 hour, right? We have this range here. The 1 hour went into this fair value gap, into premium. And I was like, okay, it's probably going to go back to ERL. Like that's what I was thinking. And I totally messed it up. Totally missed the liquidity sweep. And totally missed the fact that this unicorn didn't have a liquidity sweep and this unicorn didn't have a liquidity sweep. So I should have never taken those two longs. I should have only taken the short, and it should have been a winner. We would have hit, if I would have stuck with the short, paying attention, we would have hit our first target of 2R, okay? And then we would have had a runner that would have ran all the way down to here. We would have had our runner would have gone all the way down to this high, that high there. And that's where we would have gotten stopped out on our runner. Yeah, right there. So it's a little higher than our, yeah. Or I think there's actually a unicorn that might have presented over here, but either way, would have been a banger trade, would have been a really good winner, and would have left us green for the day. So at the end of today, what did I learn? I learned that I need to be looking out for liquidity sweeps. If a trade does not have a liquidity sweep, and what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. This is what it looks like. This right here. This high pushing up, comes back down, creates this wick, right? Which is a high that broke above these highs, right? This candle closed above these highs here. Of 1 minute structure, pushes down, normal stuff. Price pushes up, and what does it fail to do? It fails to displace this high. What does it leave us? Wicks. One wick here, one wick here. Both above this high. Pushing price down off of it, and then what does it do immediately after that? Inverts a fair value gap on this 1 minute right here. Inverts a fair value gap. Boom. That is bearish indication that price is probably not going higher. That liquidity sweep is the key that I think I'm missing on most of my trades. I'm not waiting for this. I'm just trading a pattern. And pattern trading is something that's very, very bad to do, which I'm finding out. Okay. Pattern trading is not what we should be doing. We should be waiting for what is price doing. We should be waiting for those liquidity sweeps, order flow change, right? Premium and discount. And that's what I saw here, but I totally ignored it. I don't know. I was more focused on the, oh my gosh, a unicorn. I want to catch it to London high. Like, oh, is it going to go to London high? I really wanted it. Like, if it's going to run there, or, oh, I'm going to get the short. Maybe it's going to go down. Oh, no, it immediately flipped on, right? I was like all over the place. Instead, I should have just looked at this unicorn and say, I don't see it sweeping liquidity here. Because this is not, like this here, this is not a liquidity sweep. That's not a liquidity sweep. This isn't a liquidity sweep. This is a market structure shift, right? This closed lower than this low. And so in hindsight, I think I'm starting to see where I'm going wrong on my trading, right? And again, use the link in my bio, sign up for TradeZella. You should be journaling. Like, journaling is huge. This is why I journal. This is why I'm doing this digital journal with you guys, so you guys can learn from my mistakes and I recap. It helps me just walk through, what am I seeing? What am I missing? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Right? Like this one down here. People would say, why did you not take that? Why did you not do this or that? One, I didn't see the liquidity sweep on the one that I like to, just like this. Two, red folder news hadn't come out yet. Three, I was risking, my stop was like 100-point stop or more. I'm just not gonna do that. Like that'll ruin you, especially if I take that loss, right? Then go and try to take 2 more trades and have 2 more losses. I'm blowing so many accounts if I do that. So this is not a mistake. This is where the mistakes happen today. I had everything right. I had the technical analysis right in regards to premium heading to external range liquidity. Like, I had it all right. I missed one of my most important confluences, which is liquidity sweep. So here is the end of day P&L. I'm gonna start showing you guys my TradeZella P&L. This is my end of the day, $29,000 loss. Big loss today across all the accounts. If you guys follow me on X, every single day I'll be posting screenshots. I'll show you what I mean by this. I'll be posting screenshots of my accounts and giving you daily updates on how they're going. Like, for example, I'm going to be doing my Apex accounts, my TradeFi accounts, and then my 5K live account. That's my personal account of my own money. I'll be showcasing you where's the account balances at, where's our drawdown at, what was our day P&L, and then I'm trying to showcase my road to getting a payout. So later on, I got a TradeFi one that'll be coming out, and then later on, I have a 5K update coming out. So follow me on X if you want to like stay in the know of my accounts, where they are. I'm trying to be super transparent in all this. When I start like really getting good at this all and really start getting profitable, like I'm trying to just showcase, you know, the learning journey, where I'm going right, where I'm going wrong, what mistakes I do or did not do, right? Like I want this to be something super useful for anybody who comes by. Also, if you would like to use TradeSyncer, which that's the one I use to copy all these accounts, I have like 50 something accounts trading at one time. If you want to use that same tool so you can do the same thing, use the link down below for TradeSyncer and use code Maniac to get 10% off. I highly recommend it. I love it. They even have like a journal coming soon, and they're going to have big updates coming to their platform, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be pretty good. So maybe if you don't want to do TradeZella, but you'd rather do TradeSyncer because you're going to have to do the copy trading, do that one, wait for the trade journal to come out, and just journal through that one too. So there's 2 journaling options, but either way, journal your trades. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this. If you can like and subscribe, I would love to have you a part of my community. I have a Discord if you would like to join up and have questions. Come ask me anything. You leave comments down below if there's a question you have, or if there's maybe a video you want me to create to go deeper into one of my concepts that I'm talking about in these videos to help you out. And then also go subscribe to my Twitch and my Kick channel, whichever you prefer. I go live every single day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a bank holiday. I go live trading every single day at market open at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I showcase this all live. These trades, you could have watched me take them live. You would have saw how sad I was at the end of the trading day. You would have saw it all live. So go subscribe. Go follow me on those platforms, Twitch and Kick. Those are the only places I live stream. And then YouTube, if you subscribe here, this is where I'll post my trading recaps of the live stream. So basically just recapping the whole live stream. So, All right, guys, thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow morning if you're on my Twitch and Kick at market open for live day trading.